A very good morning to Dr. Manjit and all my fellow friends. My name is Choong Yi and matrix number which is 156209 and I'm a minor student for this course. Today I'm going to present the topic which is to select an issue on style and explain how it affects the language used in the society during nowadays. For me, I have chosen a specific topic, which is the gender style. Before I go further, let me explain what is the exact definition of language style. Actually, language style is the way of speaking or writing, depending on any circumstances of doing that, or person to whom you are speaking or writing to. Meanwhile, gender style, which means that a social construction that people typically describe it in terms of femininity and masculinity. As you guys all know that William Labov, who is an American linguist, have conducted a study on investigating various types of factors which affect language use in the society. There are three main factors that figure out from Labov's study. Firstly is the class, secondly is the ethnicity, and the last one is referring to the gender. For this presentation, I'm going to explain more detail about the third factor, which is the last one, gender style, in affecting language use in the society. Firstly, gender style is divided into two main different categories, which are men and women. Both of them are differ from one another in the communication. For men, their speaking style are usually can be direct, non-standard, and even more aggressive as well. I say so because men are the only one who will not easily express their personal feelings to the other. They will just use the simplest way to address what they want to say only. Moreover, men have a tendency to interrupt and speak more confidently in order to establish leadership and impress their listeners through the conversation. It is common knowledge that men are goal oriented so that their conversations are always being more likely in use in the formal setting or formal situation, such like a meeting in a company. Next, I'm going to talk about human speaking style, which is usually less harsh, more emotional, and standard. Women are always considered as the one who easily getting emotional because they usually do share their personal feelings and experiences to the other one. Besides, speaking style are more focusing on building mutual um, relationship or mutual understanding, embracing the level of trust and respect of the listeners. Women are also the one who have a tendency to be more polite. They are good at building relationships between one another since women are relationship oriented. For the next slide, which is about the comparison of two different language styles between men and women. The main goal in the men's conversation is to break the news to the listeners as directly and briefly as possible to avoid being misunderstood. They are tend to be self-effective at work as they want to achieve a tangible outcomes. Whereas for women, who only concentrate on creating a friendly and helpful atmosphere at work and cooperation to achieve a goal. Men want to be treated as more independent and confident, whereas for women, converse in a more polite manner. They avoid swearing while communicating. When it comes to solve a problem, men will focusing on solving a problem as soon as possible. Meanwhile, for women, who will just talk about it and stirring up emotions. And now, I need to wrap up my presentation for today, and I'm going to the last part of my presentation for today, which is the conclusion. After we discuss it, I figure out there are lots of differences in communicating from both humans and men's speaking style. Even though naturally men speak slightly less than women, but people cannot judge that only the women are talkative for whole time. We need to respect one another or to each other all the time to prevent all that unpleasant things that might be happened around us while we are communicating to each other so that this can avoid misunderstanding too. That's all from me. This is my presentation for today. Thank you and have a nice day.